misguided. In fact, the United States is the only country on the planet that has suggested XRP as a security. The idea that XRP is a security, it has trained out there for 8 years. You know, it's kind of like, well, if it was a security, I guess we should have known that a long time ago.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. Yesterday, we had to make an emergency video in regards to Christine Lagarde meeting with Michael Barr, an ex-Ripple advisor, now the vice chair of the Federal Reserve. Folks, behind the scenes, there is a lot going on. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what they were discussing in this meeting. And we have another $4.5 trillion Cassius coming into crypto. BlackRock, 10 trillion. Fidelity coming in. Everybody is coming in. And while that's happening, the markets are being manipulated. And on top of that, very, very important meetings are taking place. Before we get into what Christine Lagarde and Michael Barr were talking about, there's another event happening, Inclusive Fintech Forum. And it's taking place at the same time. They're trying to accelerate this implementation, and they even said it. Do you know who's on the panel? One of the guest speakers is Brooks Entwistle, Managing Director at Ripple. Take a listen to what this whole forum is about, and then we're going to get into what Christine Lagarde and Michael Barr were discussing.
Inclusive finance. Universal access at a reasonable cost to a wide range of financial services provided by a variety of sound and sustainable institutions. In developing countries today, 71% of people have an account, up from 42% a decade ago. 1.4 billion remain unbanked. The gender gap in access to finance still exists. The economic impact from free trade agreements in emerging markets, such as the Africa Free Trade Continental Agreement, will be hindered without digital solutions for cross-border payments and trade. Funding to power fintech innovation is decreasing. Uncertain and complex regulatory environments are slowing down growth, scale, and profitability. This convening at the Inclusive Fintech Forum is designed to accelerate implementation strategies, policies, and partnerships that will harness technology to accelerate banking the unbanked. How do we implement affordable and scalable interoperable payment infrastructure? How do we scale and sustain affordable digital lending products?
They're trying to accelerate the banking for the unbanked, affordable and scalable, interoperable payment infrastructure. What does that sound like to you folks? You can't even make this stuff up. You really, really can't. Designed to accelerate implementation strategies. That's what they're discussing right now in this Inclusive Fintech Forum. While you have the heavy hitters like Christine Lagarde, Michael Barr, talking about something even bigger, building a new consensus for a more inclusive international financial system. This is going to be a jaw dropper. The summit in figures. There are about 300 international organizations, 70 private sector partners. There's a lot here, okay? But take a listen to what they said here. What does the summit aim to achieve? To rebuild credibility in the international system, we need a new pact that offers a level playing field, shares the burden of climate change, and builds prosperity and security for every country. That offers a level playing field. And if you guys remember this little montage that we put together that I've been trying to tell you guys for a long time,
used as a sort of universal bridge. And blockchains are what provide that level playing field so that...
And the liquidity in digital assets could be applied to actually make that much more democratized.
A level playing field.
The bank is leveling the playing field between old and new.
Most efficient, fair and global way as possible, and that implies clearly a level playing field.
Been losing hundreds of billions of dollars with the European Union, and we just want it to be a level playing field.
Making U.S. companies competitive. We need to create a level playing field.
Exactly the issue we need to address with the, what you call level playing field.
Whatever we do, we create a level playing field.
But there also has to be a level playing.
And here we are in 2023, coming out and just saying it. This climate change, Ripple's all behind that. Meeting global goal is not an individual effort. Why we signed the climate pledge. This is from Ripple. They even went on to say under what is on the agenda. Together, we will shape a new financing toolbox that will be rolled out through 6 high-level roundtables and parallel events. The summit will provide the opportunity to examine interactions between multilateral development bank, reform of private capital, climate finance, green infrastructure, and solutions related to debt. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. We'll be back with another episode. The Yacht party. I haven't discussed about it. I've been reaching out to some other XRP YouTubers. I'm not going to say the names, but pretty big. I've told them about the idea. They're open to it when the time is a little bit closer. And if you guys are wondering how to get on the Yacht party, we currently have 120 people on the list. There's going to be a fee, of course. You have to travel to Miami. It'll be in Miami on the Mega Seafair. If you guys want to attend this Yacht party, all you got to do is go ahead and purchase an XRP pendant. And you're probably saying, oh, you're going to go make us buy a pendant. No, folks. This is us forming a Yacht party as a community. And if I were to go ahead and just take emails from everybody, I would be flooded with hundreds of individuals saying they're coming, but they're actually not committed. On these pendants, what you will have is today's date, or whenever you purchase, it's going to be for the next 24 hours. Today's date, the price of XRP, and then we could look back at it when XRP is trading at double digits, triple digits, and be like, wow, this is pretty cool. But if you guys are not a fan of purchasing a pendant, maybe in the near future there may be some slots opening, but this is the only way we're going to approach this. Everybody that's on the list have already been communicated what the next steps are. And if you guys are interested, you guys could email info@24hourscrypto.com for more details. But if you want to be added onto the list, and then an email will follow within 48 hours with how we're going to approach this, when it's going to happen, how much it's going to cost you. But just know, if you're organizing something, if I just gather a bunch of emails together, even if this was $20, $30, there is no real commitment. This is me asking for commitment, and we're organizing a very high level profile yacht party on the Mega Seafair with other influencers to join.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.